Hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to show you how to make this super cool Arduino wave LED. So as you can see, it goes first LED, second, third, fourth, and then it just reverses. It's super cool, kind of like each of the LEDs are running along a track. And then once they get to the red LED, they're coming back. So I really like this format of the LEDs. It looks super fun. It's a very fun project and you'll just enjoy it. You can say you don't want this yellow LED, you can switch it around with red. You can each get all these LEDs and switch it around. I love this LED. It's like one of my favorite projects I've done and I hope you enjoy it. Let's get started. Okay, now what I'm going to be showing you guys is how to do the wiring. I'm going to be explaining everything and I'm going to have a kit in the description, so if you want to buy something, it'll have all the materials. And so I'm going to also put a schematic sometime during the video, so stay tuned to see that. So here we have the 5 LEDs, the 5 resistors, and the 6 wires actually. There's this ground wire that goes all the way here that is mostly forgotten about. But if I remove this ground wire right now, watch what happens. Everything stopped. So the ground wire is a very important piece in this. So without it, there would be no project at all. So remember it. Okay, so we have our pins connected to 7, 6, 5, 4, and 3. They all go to their LEDs. In the schematic, you can copy off that, it'll be easier to see. And we have 220 ohm resistors here. You can tell because of it says 220, or it just says a number. You want to make sure that's 220. And you want to have your resistors here. And later on, you'll be able to see what type of resistor it is based on the color, but that's too advanced currently, and we'll get into that in another video. So here we have all the LEDs. This is just how it works. And so how the Arduino is doing this is once you've coded it and all that stuff, the Arduino is sending like tiny commands through the wires to the LEDs to turn on at a certain time. And it's kind of like a running LED. That's what the Arduino is kind of saying. It's not really, but that's just a simple explanation. So now we can get into the code and you'll know how to make this beautiful little piece of Arduino tech. Finished our wiring for the wave LED. We can start getting to code it. So how we're gonna code it right now is what we're gonna do is we're gonna go and we're gonna make a few we're going to make a few variables and constants. So we can write here const int LED underscore 1. You can name it whatever you want personally, but I'm just going to call it LED1 just because that's what I see fit. If you would like, you could also, you don't need the underscore, you can call it LED1. That's what I'll do. And just so you know, Arduino really doesn't care about spaces, only in certain instances. Like you can't do const like that because that's like important part of the code. So you can't do that. You can't do this either. So like it's only for like defining, but don't worry about it much. So what you could do is you could do space this. I'm just gonna not put a space. I'm just gonna write LED1, and it was connected to pin 7. And let's put our semicolon for the end. And then here we can go to const int LED2, and we can put it at pin 6. And then let's just continue doing it. I'm just gonna say constant LED3 equals 5 const int. Oh, see, I didn't put a space. It was black instead of the way it is right now. And LED, and then we can write LED4, and that equals to pin 4. And then we can say const int LED5 equals pin 3. And then here, if you would like, I'm just gonna do that to keep the code fairly simple. I'm gonna write here, we're gonna make a comment with 2 slashes, and here I'm just gonna write variables. No, I'm just gonna write constants, constants. And then here we know, it's a little note to ourselves that these are all gonna be constants. Now in void setup, what we can write is pin mode, and then what we can do is we can write LED1, and we write output in all caps. Okay, just like so. And we put our semicolon at the end. And then we just repeat that with all the LEDs. So let me just show you. Pin mode. We can do LED2 output. And then here we can do pin mode. And then we can write LED3 output. And then we can just write pin mode LED4 output and pin mode LED5 output. So now we just finished writing our outputs. If you don't know what any of this means or what any of constants are, I can give you a brief explanation right now, but if you want a full explanation, I'm gonna have a link to another video in the description. But basically, constants are like variables that don't change, that you can't change them. Variables later on, you can change them. And pin mode is just saying, are we gonna be giving it an output or input? If I write it input, that means the LED5 is gonna be receiving something. If I write output, LED5 is gonna be outputting something. So now what we can do is we can go to void loop, and we can write digital write LED1, and we can write high, and then we can write delay, let's say 100. So 1/10 of a millisecond, that's how much we're gonna be delaying. And then we can write digital write LED2 low. So and then as soon as LED2 turns off, we want LED1 turns off. Sorry, that's a typo. See, it's good to remember it's good to double check your work because you might have made a typo. And then here we're gonna, as soon as LED1 turns off, we're gonna make digital write LED2 high. Then as soon as LED1 turns off, LED2 turns on. And then here we can go and then we can write delay 100. And then you can kind of keep doing this pattern until we finish all the LEDs and we can do it. So I'm gonna stay here and help you. So we're gonna write digital write LED2. We're gonna write LED2. We're gonna turn that off, and then we're gonna get to a delay 100. We're gonna end the line. And wait, I forgot to tell you. As soon as we turned LED2 off, we're gonna start turning LED3 on. So digital write LED3, and then high, and it gets a little bit repetitive, but it's fine. And as you can see, we have 4 LEDs, so we're just gonna keep on writing this until we get to the 5th LED, and then we can write digital write LED3, and then we're gonna turn that off, And then as soon as that happens, we want the LED. We want LED 4. We want that to turn on. So digital right LED E, and then we're gonna make 4 turn on. And so now we finished that. We're gonna do a delay for, so it's gonna wait basically for a 1/10 of a second. So 100, and then we go to digital right LED E4. We're gonna turn that off, and as soon as that happens, we want the 5th LED to turn on. So we're right at the cusp of our code, and we're almost done. So we can write 5 high, and then what we can do is we can go to delay 100, and then right after that we can write upload, and then all we need to do now is we just need to turn it off. Digital right LED 5 off. And so now right now we just need to write another delay 100, and then boom, we're done with the code. So if you would like, I'm gonna just put like a brief, I'm gonna put a link, I'm just gonna put on my website that I'll talk further in the episode, in the video. Later on I'm gonna post codes there, so maybe if you don't get it now, if you wait a bit, I might update the website and I'll put some of these codes here. So I hope you enjoyed the code. I hope you had no problems. Of course, if you have any problems, you can type it in the comment section. I'm always free to answer anything like that. And so if you have any questions, you can ask me in the comments. And now we can get on to a little 20 subscriber special. Bye. Hey, I just wanted to say thank you for the tons of subscribers that you gave me. I have 20 now, and it motivates me to make better quality and more videos every single day. I also had this new website that's called zcodingkid.wordpress.com. You can get much more in-depth tutorials in there, and it's just much better in general. So I'll have a link to that in my description, and I hope you enjoyed the video and my channel so far. Bye.